Hi, my name is Asia, and I'm at Sidekicks, and this is fucking delightful. And what a fucking delightful place this is, where I have visited with my friends to do karaoke, even though I'm terrible at karaoke. I think I'm terrible at karaoke. I suppose that's kind of the point. I don't like doing things I know that I'm going to be terrible at before I even do them, which is also why I avoid pool. Though people, when they're drunk, they're really adamant about you playing pool, regardless of your interest. I don't just let it go. Just let it like maybe I don't pick another game. Maybe I'm good at darts. I don't think I've ever played darts. Maybe that's the bar game for me. That's not what I came here to talk about at all. Today, I thought I'd talk about death, which really lovely subject. I guess it doesn't have to be terrible. That's what I try to say to myself at least, because I am terrified of death. It is like a looming threat in my mind constantly, and I don't know. I've been trying to figure out whether other people are as afraid of death as me, if they're thinking about it as much as me, because I'll just be carrying on during my day, doing my job, making a latte, and then suddenly think, you could die at any moment. And that's a really unhelpful thing to think about in the middle of the day. And I would like to know if it's just me or if other people do the same thing. So death, that's something that's going to come up eventually. And one of the problems I have with death is that you don't know when you're going to die. Not that I want to know when, because that would just create a whole different sort of panic in my mind. But it could happen anytime. You're more likely to die the older you get. Well, at the very beginning, when you're a baby, there's a good chance too, because they're very, I don't know, they just started the whole life thing, and you have to really watch them at the beginning and make sure they stick with it. But then you get older and you're supposed to die. It's important that not everyone stays alive. Maybe, I don't know what the world would be like if everyone was alive. Very crowded, I suppose. So, but in between the beginning and the end, well, you don't know when the end is. Between being a baby and being a very old person, you could die in between then too. Actually, I was just thinking that one of my friends passed away a year ago, and he was what I describe as being a beautiful angel person, which is a special classification of human beings. I'm not a beautiful angel person. Like, I'm pretty good, but there are some people who are just fantastic people, and he was one of them, my friend Ragnar. And a few weeks ago, my grandfather passed away, and he was older, so it wasn't completely unexpected, but he did get ill quite suddenly, and he was a beautiful angel person. I went to his funeral. I went back east. I moved around a lot, so I don't have like a specific town that is home, so it's just like a part of the coastline is home. And so I went back, and at the funeral, everyone had a story to tell about him. They all had a experience of having a very deep personal connection to him, and all felt very connected to him. And I think a lot of people felt that way about my grandfather. Even strangers immediately would meet him and just be like, he is important to me, and he is my new friend, or he's my new dad. Everyone called him Pop. And it was especially interesting that happened, going to the funeral and hearing those stories, because a lot of my extended family looks exactly like me. Like, it's like alternate reality aunts and uncles. They all look exactly the same. So it was like seeing close family members that I don't actually know yet, and they all have the same experience with him. And he was a very Christian man, a devout Christian, was all his life, was very involved in the church. And even he, when he was nearing the end of his life, became reluctant to go, maybe a little bit afraid, and I don't even know that I can match his faith. I know I can't match his faith. I I have a general Christian beliefs. The other, I guess, problem I have with death is that I don't know what happens when you die, and what probably happens is nothing. Nothing happens. It's done. You're over. You did the stuff, and there's no more things to do. Congratulations, you lived. But I was taught that after you die, you saved people wait around somewhere, maybe in the ground or in a sort of nothingness, and then eventually God comes back and says, "It's time. All right, let's go." And all the good ones go to heaven and they hang out with God and they have parties. No one ever told me about a party. They didn't. There's no specifics about heaven, so it could. I don't know what that would be like. I literally have no idea, and there's nothing I can do to know more about death. I can't go to a library and learn about death. I could Google it. It won't be anything helpful. I guess I could listen to people's near-death experiences or coming back from the dead, but who knows what they're even talking about. Maybe they just had a really weird dream because they nearly died. So death is very unknowable, and that makes it even more terrifying. And I'm hoping that as I get older, and if I don't pass away before then, as I get older and move towards the rightful end of my life, that I will feel less fear, that I will be like, okay, yeah, I lived a life and I got a lot of things accomplished and I did what I needed with my time. Because I think that my grandfather did do what he needed with his time. I didn't feel as bad going to his funeral because he made so many beautiful connections with people, and I feel like he did what he needed to do. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't done much at all. But I'm hoping that when I reach his age, he was in his late 80s, I'll be like, okay, yeah, it's time to go. Or maybe I'll just be so tired of life. I'm like, I will welcome death in a cool, nice way, not in a suicidal way. I'll just be like, all right, I'm ready. Let's wait in nothingness for God, or maybe I'll just go straight into heaven and have my own party. Maybe everyone gets their own party. That'd be sweet if I can throw a really cool party forever when I die. That would make me less afraid of it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So here I am, trying to not to think about it in my daily life, just pretending like nothing's even going on, like we're all cool and we're going to be cool forever, but we don't know that. So this is I don't have an upside to this other than maybe things will turn out okay. I'm just saying that I personally am terrified of death, and I'm going to continue to be until I maybe, I don't know, have some sort of revelation. Maybe someone send me some sort of magic dream that tells me what happens. If you're a psychic and know what happens at death, give me a call, send me an email. Maybe you could talk to me and talk me down from this overwhelming fear. And this has been fucking delightful, hasn't it? It's been fantastic. Thanks for watching.